I am astounded to report that we are no longer unbeaten. Europa are quite good. I built something there, honest. Yeah. We got work to do. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm that Tracking Foot Manager, and welcome back to the Clarets. Welcome back to I nearly said Gibraltar. I mean, it is Gibraltar. I was going to call them Gibraltar United, which seems a little bit excessive. Glasses United. Them, that lot. Yes. I'm switched on and awake. As always, come on, I don't know why I bother saying anything anymore. We are at February the 19th. We have got the first round, well, it's not the first round, one of the early rounds of the Cup. And we're playing Man 62, who are only fierce rivals in the league. Should be good. Let's see how we've been getting on so far. When did we last meet? Was it Lincoln? Was it St. Joseph Lincoln? That sounds about right, doesn't it? Seem to remember getting absolutely smashed by Lincoln live on TV. Then Man 62 at home, we beat 1-0. Jake Brooks with an 89th minute penalty, stealing the points. We played our 16-year-old goalkeeper, Danny Adams, and he got a 7.4. I don't know why it snaps away from that. There we go. But the entire defence did pretty well. The forward line, not so much. It takes getting used to this tactic. In amongst the friendlies, we played Lynx away. 1,1200 people turned up for a 6-1 away win. Harry Johnson hat-trick. Finley Cawthorne with 2. Niall Sarrow with another one. John Mitchell made it 5-1, I think. We were quite good there. Then we played Europa. Went as well as you'd expect. To be fair, considering that it was 5 at half-time, I'm quite happy to have kept it down to 6. Luke Reese with a hat-trick, Caetano, Toby Wilson, and Dale McGrewer. One thing we're going to do before we get there is we're going to have a look at their transfers, because some of them have been interesting. Also interesting that we managed to scrape together 1,000 fans for this. The attendance was 2,226, of which 1,266 were away. So very nearly 1,000 1,000 Glasses fans turned up for this one. If they could turn up for a few of the other games, that would be quite handy. Then Lincoln away, only the 2-1. And actually, we were unlucky. Jake Victor in goal had an absolute stormer. 8.3 rating. Annesley got sent off for a second yellow, but it was pretty late in the day. It didn't really affect the game. They scored too early, and then it was fine. Like, we were fine. We could have got back into this game. I'm not saying we deserved to, but it wouldn't have been completely undeserved for us to get a point. Then Lynx at home, 2-0 win. Harrison Heath for the pen and Finley Cawthorne towards the end to seal it. And Europa at home, exactly the same numbers, interestingly. Exactly the same numbers. A full stadium with 1,266 away fans. So again, we brought, what is that, 940-ish? Again, don't know where we found it. Dominic Hawkins got sent off at death. That doesn't really matter. McGrewer, Wilson, Thomas, and Caetano with a brace. Jake Brooks scored our only goal at the death. This one we were not in. Not in at all. But that's fine. Magpies in the Cup. Man 62 in the league. And then from that point onwards, we'll just jump to the end of the season. I think it's extremely unlikely we won't qualify for Europe this year. Obviously, that's the Europa Conference. But a reminder that between 4th and 2nd, it simply does not matter where you finish. The prize money is pretty much the same. And the qualification round is exactly the same. You go in at the first qualifying round of the league path of the Conference League. Bit rubbish, really. But yeah, we're 6 points behind Europa, 12 points behind Europa, 6 points behind Lincoln. Lincoln have lost 2 games. Take a guess who they're against. Only one of them against Europa. That's weird. The other one must have been against Europa. But the point is, I mean, look, Europa, plus 44 goal difference of 13 games. They're still the same side I left. The fact that their manager's a little bit of a muppet doesn't change the fact that they're still the same club we left. Lincoln, they're going to be difficult to catch. I'm recording this on Friday morning, so you've not yet had a chance to answer me about what I should do about jumping to another club. This might swing that debate the fact that we have automatically just jumped up to third. And I think we might fall to fourth, but obviously we've still got to play Lincoln and Europa again. And if we have a wobble off that as well, we might fall to fourth. But the odds of us finishing fifth below Man 62, pretty slim. I mean, we're 12 points ahead of them with 7 to play. I think we'll be fine. I've noticed that we are 61st in competition reputation. Which puts us 2 leagues below the Regionalliga in Germany. Now, the Regionalliga is the 5th tier of German football. It's the one that we started in with Tasmania Berlin. Yeah, because it's Regionalliga, Oberliga, Dreiliga, Zweiliga, Bundesliga. Or Zwei Bundesliga. So yeah, we are at the level of semi-professional, and that's jumped, to be fair. But yeah, we're at Tasmania Berlin's level. Just to, I don't think, have we not got the leagues? Bundesliga, have we not got that turned on? Oh, we have got that turned on. I bet we haven't got the Bundesliga dry turned on, though. Oh, it's saying Regionalliga for everything, actually. So, yeah, I guess Oberliga isn't a thing, after all. Or maybe I got it the wrong way around. Okay, I tell a lie. I got it the wrong way around. Tasmania Berlin are in the Regionalliga, though. Fair play. Anyone there we can poach? Prince Tieku? No idea. He can jump really high, but he can't head the ball when he gets there. How can we know that? How can we know that a 25-year-old attacking mid for Tasmania Berlin can jump really high but not win a header? How do we know that information? How bizarre. Anyway, yeah. Oh, it's put me right off that. That was bizarre. There have been a couple more transfers you were aware of, at least some of them. We have brought in 3 players from Lincoln. Greg Roberts is a centre-half, he thinks. He's not a centre-half. Come on, he can't head the ball. He might be a centre-mid one day, basically, but his passing's not really good enough for that either. Defensive midfielder who can tackle. Maybe he's a holding midfielder. There's a chance of him turning into a footballer. He has come out of the low ebb of what I expected when I went to sign him, and his determination is a worry. But at our level, he'll probably fill a hole. At 21 years old, he probably won't develop the 5 determination. This one might be a bust, but he was free and 130 quid a week, so why not? Geordie Thomas is a striker. A little bit light on the physicals. Could stand to be quicker, but his finishing composure are very good. His determination is pretty good. He's only 20. I reckon this one's a much better chance. He's gone straight into the first team, and I reckon, well, he's played 3 times for us. I reckon he could be a big player for us, honestly. And finally, Ben Allinson is a left winger. We'll put him up there because that's where he's going to be. He's very quick. That's about it. He's also got a 6 determination, so again, might not be the one, but he might develop a bit. His technicals need a lot of work, but we'll see. He's a player we got from Lincoln. I mean, the fact that he came from Lincoln is something straight away. He's got to have been something to have been there. So yeah, that's where we are at. No more have been released, although, the guillotine is swinging, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, Europa. We're going to go to Europa. Quickest way to get there is to do this. Europa FC. I want to show you their schedule. First of all, as was predicted in the comments, they failed to qualify from Conference League Group A, finishing 4 goals behind Jagiellonia Białystok of Poland. That's pretty poor. They dropped points against Tobil Kostanay of Kazakhstan. They're not the team exactly that I left. There has been a lot of movement. I noticed when we were playing Lincoln that Ronaldo Taraj has gone back there. Which is interesting because that's not showing on the transfer thing. I did sign. Am I losing my mind? I might be losing my mind. Hold the line, caller. Taraj. There you go. He was sold back to Lincoln for 40 grand. I didn't do that, did I? Did I do that? I have lost my mind. Maybe I did that. Well, apparently I did do that. 40 grand. Oh, no. No, the mind losing is there, But it's in different places. I bought him for 40 grand off Lincoln, and yes, he went back this season for free. Although it looks like he was released by Europa, which is why he's not showing as a transfer. I will catch up. I might catch up. In terms of outbound, Harry Johnson and Joe Hobbs came to me. Monty Kishon, who was one of the youngsters. Roman Becker was another one of the youngsters. Francesco Rossi, who's the lead singer for Status Quo. Ivan Toldano and Agustin Roldan were all of that era of youngster I brought in an attempt to win a work permit for, which never happened. They never got the nationality, never got a work permit, and they were a complete waste of money. They have gone to Greuther Fürth, ASC Dortmund, Charleroi, Sparta Prague, and Zorya Luhansk, respectively, earning a total of 19 grand. They have bought a man who revels in the name Mungo Bridge. Big fan of that name. Big fan of that name. He's coming from Carlisle United. They've brought in some other Stephen Duke Kenner. I'm not certain I approve of buying 30-year-old Guyanese players. Eero Puro of Finland, who is a bit Puro for a left back. That was done for comedic value only. He actually looked quite good. Gary Holmes, a goalkeeper, and Luke Thomas, the right winger. It lacks a little in ambition, I would say, those transfers. If we do pop into the released page real quick, previous season, there he is, Taraj Odela Fire. Is he still available? Would you like to come and play for me? I should have looked at this a lot earlier, shouldn't I? Because he's not going to come until the summer now. It's a lot of money he wants. I don't think we'll get him down to that. You're not having a higher Sonic clause for starters. No, we're not going to get him down to that. That's fine. Bradley Bander went to College 75, of all places. Jace Olivero went to College 75. God, he's getting old. I mean, bless him. 32 years old, a pace of 7. That's dropping. Ronaldo Taraj, as we know, has gone back to Lincoln. I think that's a loss for Europa, if we're being honest. Liberati was another one of the youngsters. Alton Herner was another one. Di Natale was another. I think they've lost every single one of the youngsters. Where did Liberati go? He's not... Are you still on course to get your eligibility? Doesn't say he is. I assume he's gone back to Italy, and he doesn't want to come over here anyway. Quick look in their reserves to see if any of those youngsters are still there. Oh, Tiago Pucci is still there, who has thrown his toys out the pram, desperate to leave the club. But he might be Gibraltarian by the time his contract ends. Apart from that, they're all gone. So it didn't work, is an important point to take out of that. If we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this with English, Scottish, and Northern Irish players. Jake G is transfer listed. Oh, even Toldano is still there, yeah, because that was a loan he went out on. Jake G is transfer listed, you say? He'd do a job for us. For, you know, for 2 games out of 3. Obviously suspended for the other one. Lewis Webb's not getting in the side. Do you fancy coming down to... No, we're not paying 20 grand for him, I'm afraid. Sorry. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. The point is, Europa got knocked out of the group stage of the Conference League and sold half their team. But some good Gibraltarian players are playing. Ramuni is playing weirdly at left back, despite being a right centre half. Caetano's getting lots of games. Reese is getting lots of games. Swiderski is going to, wow, Lipovsky Mikuláš. Any ideas? Slovakia. Are you going home? That's fair enough. Right, cup game. I've yammered at you for 15 minutes. Let's get on with this already. I'm going to put Sam Hart back in at left back and Wells Morrison at centre mid. I don't think I want to do either of those things. Again, the squad is still too big. I've kicked a lot of players down to the reserves, but the squad is still too big. So I am rotating freely to try and get some semblance of match fitness into a lot of these players, Paul G being one of them. But Sam Hart, he's not fit, bless him. He can't play left. He's 34. That level of fitness at 34 will get him to half-time if we're lucky. Victor is in goal. G, Hobbs, Yo and Annesley at the back line. Ralph and Heath in the middle. Breed and Simpson on the wings. Johnson and Cawthorne up top. Johnson, it turns out, is actually a really good player. But I thought I was signing a half-decent one when I bought him into Europa. But he's got 6 goals in a lot less appearances than anyone else because I was backing the other guy. Christian Lopez is the Magpies goalkeeper who we have seen before at college, who was really not very good. So we are going to try and work him. But then having said that, we're not very good either. So we believe in ourselves, shake off our malaise, we'll be fine, and yeah. So the first thing we'll do straight out of the gate is chuck on a work goalkeeper thing. Stop playing out of defence, shoot on sight. Cawthorne with the kickoff back to Hobbs. Heath out wide towards Simpson. Alpha wins for header, but G, not that one, will pick it up. How many times am I going to be terrified of seeing G on a yellow card diving into a tackle before I realise? Breed. Up the right wing around Sanchez, who doesn't really close him down, if we're being honest. A bit of time and space. Cuts one back to the very edge of the area. I mean, that's a bizarre cross to the left back. G to Simpson. Boxall, that's another name we know. Taking on Alpha. Drives in the cross. Johnson's there. He's hit the keeper and is hacked out by Filth? Frith. Hush. He's not called Filth. And Heath will take the corner now. And it's headed away by Greater X. Which, by the way, is an energy drink. G to Ralph. Yo. It's Yo. Flicks it back to Annesley with the outside of his foot. Calm as you like. Breed taking on Sanchez again, who's just afraid of closing him down. Frith heads it away this time. And G will pick it up. And it's been 1.5 minutes and we've gotten 4 crosses in. Only 1 shot, but 4 crosses. So that's good. Sanchez forward to Yo. Now, obviously, this competition is 80 grand in the bank and a Conference League playoff place, which is exactly what we'll get for our league position anyway. So winning this isn't desperately important. Big ball forward to Cawthorne. That's a lovely pass. Drives it in low to Johnson, who screws it wide. That's poor. I was just talking about you. And how you're quite good. And then your finishing's like that today. Have a word with yourself, mate. Johnson's one of those I imagine I'll be able to poach from Europa if we decide he is good enough. And he kind of almost is. I think the other guy we poached, who I can't even remember the name of now, is it Hobbs? I can't remember who it was, the other guy. If we put our own team up on here, that would be useful. Oh, it went away. No, it wasn't Hobbs. Was it Hobbs? Yes, on loan from Europa. This one I don't think we would keep. He's not that good. Unlucky. We've been unlucky so far. If old Harry Johnson could finish, we'd be doing a lot better. You defended superbly. Midfield, I believe in you. Attackers, I kind of believe in you. I have a giant fly attacking me. But it found the window, so we're good. It's that time of year again, folks. The window must be open, and the flies are vicious. Heath over a free kick. As a go, it's just over the corner of the goal. And we're on top of them in shots. Look at 13 shots, 5 on target. That's my fault for telling them to shoot on sight, I know. But still. Breed flicks it down to Cawthorne. Lifted across all the way over to G, who's on a booking, folks. Maybe it runs in the family. Simpson. I have no idea if they're related. Drives on a low cross, but it's cleared easily enough. Annesley will pick it up to Heath. Simpson. Slots one in front of Johnson, who's got to be offside. He was. It doesn't matter. He didn't finish it. Yo is now looking really tired. And so is... Oh, Boxall is their player. Can we look at our team, please? There we go. Yo is now looking really tired. So... Kevin Ramos, who is that far away from getting released, is going to get a bit of football. He's on a free, no contract. He's not really good enough, and he's taking up not a squad slot. Obviously, that's not a thing, but he's taking up a position in reserves because he's almost good enough. And I'd rather get a youngster doing that job. This summer, I strongly expect a overhaul. And then some. Like, I know we brought in a lot of players, but a lot of them weren't very good. There was a lot of panic signing. Not panic, that's the wrong word. Johnson with the volley and it's just over the top. Yeah, panic's the wrong word. But there was a lot of, he's a bit better, he'll do signings. And in some cases, they were only a very little bit better. So, Alpha has a go and Victor holds it well in goal. At the very least, we need us a goalkeeper, at least one centre half, ideally both fullbacks. Centre mid's quite a strong position. Left back's all right, but our left back's 34. He's very good, but he's 34. Like he's not going to be able to play every game. So Breed's picked up a knock. Right wing is another position we're struggling a bit in. We're going to send Harry Johnson out there for now and then bring on Joe Ridley to play up top. Anything else? Heath's looking tired. We've got Wells Morrison on the bench, so that'll work. And there we go. There's a lot of age in the side. Now, our very best players are also some of our very oldest players. Our best left back and both centre midfielders are in their 30s. And that's not ideal. Also not ideal is going to extra time in this game, but apparently that's going to happen now. Far from ideal. We have battered them, we've just been unable to finish. Don't let this slip away, we're better than them. I have faith, and so on, and so on. I'd love to imagine myself doing that as the actual team talk. I have faith, and so on. Jake Brooks on for Cawthorn, am I allowed another sub now? No, I am not. Now that it's kicked off, am I allowed another sub? No, I am not. Right, okay then. I hope you don't die, guys. Lopez to take a free kick on in his D. Big ball forward. Greater X is through 1-on-1 because Hobbs got that all flavours are wrong and Greater X puts them 1-0 up. And we've conceded a goal against an energy drink. Hobbs gets it all wrong. He's not even being challenged. And that's what I'm talking about. This is the youngster on loan from Europa. He's not good enough. He's not even been challenged. It's so poor. Victor could react a little faster, but he might not win the race to the ball. He could do better in the one-on-one. He could make himself bigger. Annesley to Wells Morrison. Cawthorn. Hobbs to Ralph. Cawthorn again. There's a lot of bookings there. There goes one of them as the party's going to walk. And hopefully they haven't got any subs left either. 98th minute. Annesley with the throw to Johnson to Wells Morrison. Drives it in. Cawthorn will pick it up. Flicks it off towards Ralph and it doesn't get it to him. That's so poor. And is it now Ramos who's going to walk? No. Alpha. Wells Morrison steps across, pings it back to the goalkeeper. Nicely done. Annesley again. Wells Morrison to Cawthorn to Johnson. Cawthorn again. Gets done again. Wells Morrison wins it back again, but Greater X has the ball. It's lifted forward, but there's no one up there because Greater X is back there winning the ball. Victor to G. This is one of those highlights, isn't it? Lifted towards Cawthorn. Ball's onto Ridley. He looked offside to me. He's through. He's put it into the crowd. Well, you know what I mean. And all in all, that was a waste of 5 minutes of our lives, really, wasn't it? 106th minute. Injury into extra time, into half-time and extra time even. We'll start the second half with a berate. We'll go very attacking. If we do lose this one, we're not devastated. We're only annoyed that we've had to burn all our energy playing through 120 minutes of it. I think I'll turn off shoot on sight now. It's not really working, is it? He says 116 minutes later. Little Johnson. Ha! Americans will find that funny. Mackenzie to Boxall. Alpha to Greater X. Back to Palmer. Boxall. Mackenzie. I mean, a little bit more closing down would be nice. Greater X to Boxall. Alpha's offside. Doesn't matter. The keeper claims it well. That can't have been the entire highlight. It's the 117th. Victor pings it long. Cawthorn's under it. Gets fouled by Sanchez. He'll walk as well. Not that that helps us in the slightest. Can we do something with a 35-yard free kick? We're not even going to see it. And we're going to lose to Bruno's Magpies. And you thought we were dirty. Holy smokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yellows, of which 2 of them were repeats. Extra time took its toll, but I can't fault you for effort. That'll have to do. I mean, we did play all right, didn't we? Maybe that's on me for saying shoot on sight. I mean, Lopez is a terrible goalkeeper. If we'd hit the target a few times, we'd probably have scored. More quality and personality in possession. Commiserations, very close game. We played brilliantly. No comment, and so on and so on. Sorry, Glasses United lose to 9-man Magpies. I despise headlines like that. That makes me so angry. 95th and 118th minute red card did not affect the game. JG doesn't want to talk to us. That's fine. Breed is injured with a tight calf. He'll be fine. Harrison Heath and Paul G are suspended. That's fine as well. Why not? Everything's fine. Send the assistants to the press conference. And I will see you for the game against whoever it is. Man 62. 4 days. Great time to have played extra time in it. One thing I did forget to mention in the first half is that Tyrrell Beckwith has moved to Getafe from Freiburg for £3.3 million, which, if I remember correctly, means that £1.65-ish million is on its way, or was on its way to Europa. So they should be minted right now. Whether they're going to spend any of that, I don't know, but that's going to come in quite handy. The other is Robbie Mullen, who is at St. Pauli, who went for £67,000. Not exactly the profit Dortmund were hoping to make. I don't remember if there was sell-on in there or not, but even if there was, it's 30 grand, who cares? So it's a bit disappointing that Robbie Mullen, who is still a fantastic left-back, never really made it. Apparently, again, he's still been paid 12 grand, and, 3.5 to 6.8 million quid's worth of value, apparently. Tyrrell Beckwith's value between 6 and 7.6 million. He's been paid 37.5 grand a week. So he's got more chance of making it a bit bigger. He's still very defence-minded right back, but physically solid, mentally solid. God, we miss a player like that right now, don't we? Anyway, onward ever onward to Man 62 away or home, or who cares, because it's all the same stadium. If we win this one, we are in Europe. We're 15 points clear with 6-ish games to play. I mean, it's not mathematical, but it's going to happen. We are playing a slightly rotated side because fitness, obviously. It's not slightly rotated, it's pretty heavily rotated, if we're being honest. But that does bring in some good players, but we're left out of the last one as well. Victor will be in goal with Hart, Hopper, Serra, and Yeo along the back four. Hawkins and Wells Morrison in the middle. Redgrave and Allinson on the wings. Brooks and Johnson up top. It's a good side. I mean, the players that are missing out are clearly knackered. Annesley, Ralph, Breed, Thomas, Cawthorne. But the last side should have been good enough to win the game. I'm just not going to fiddle with the instructions this time. I'm just going to let them do what they do. We want to beat them, obviously. We are better than them, I think. A few more goals and you'll be in a much better position. Yes. Scoring goals is important. Well done. Are you from the Sun? Anyway, yeah, a win here will be enough to make it certain. Like, we won't drop that many points, and more importantly, they won't gain that many points. They won't pick up 15 points in their remaining games because they've got to play Lincoln and Europa and again. Like, you've got to remember that the teams in 5th and 6th are down there not because they're necessarily way worse than us, but they don't have enough time to pick up those games. Hart hits a free kick and it's just clips the crossbar on the way over. They've had a man injured. Hart with a long throw, and we've got to turn those off. I keep forgetting. They, by the way, have Mr. Failed Project, Mr. Busted Flush, Dylan Borke playing up top for them. Part of me wants to see him score a goal, but, not that much. Hopper. They've also got Paul Casey in the middle as well. I don't know if he's there on loan or for reals. He was another project who could have worked out, I think. Kelleher heads it forward. Hart chases back with his rusty old 34-year-old legs. Allinson to Brooks. Back heel to Hart. Show off. 2 men on. What's he going to do? To Allinson. Gets out his Zimmer frame. Pokes it past them both. Lifted deep. Keeper's there. Oh, keeper screws it up. And Redgrave tacks it. Oh, dear. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy scoring goals. It's fun. But I'm not certain we deserve that one. I mean, there's absolutely nothing in that at all. In baseball, that one's not just going in the error column, is it? That's going in the loss column right there. That's dreadful. And then he does a mime in a box impersonation afterwards, leaning the wrong way. But hey, that's a morale-boosting goal if ever we needed one. Bit of praise in there. We are lucky that we did get Europa and Lincoln right next to each other in the fixture list. So we do get this spell of games where we're not playing either of them. Which means we can build a little bit of morale back up, win a couple of games before going out and getting beat again. I mean, I don't know if it works that way, to be honest with you, because the other argument would be, yeah, but if you play them both back to back, you can build morale back up. Or the other option is if you only have to play one at a time, then you can say, oh well, it was just a fluke, move on. So I did not notice Allinson's haircut. What a save from Victor. Allinson, bottom of your screen. That haircut is almost enough to get him removed from the squad. I'm not going to lie. Wink with the corner. Drills it in. Borke's under it, and it's headed straight into the barbecue stand. Is that what his haircut looks like in his profile picture as well? Because, yeah, it kind of is. You can't really tell on a dark red background, but Mohawk Central. Paid money for that man. Oh, I didn't pay money for that. I'm paying money to that man. 68th minute. Any particularly tired players? Yo's not looking great. Johnson's not looking great. My Johnson is not looking great. We will stick Redgrave down to right back. Then bring Johnson. No, that won't work. That won't work. Undo. There we go. We will take Yo off and we'll stick Laguea on at right back. This is he. This is as much for my benefit as for yours. He's a holding midfielder, so might not be his favourite position, but never mind. Joe Ridley can come on for Harry Johnson, and Jordan Hopper is tired. Joe Hobbs, no, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I don't trust him after the last game. We've only had 2 shots on target, which is a little bit of a worry. But if one of them went in, it doesn't really matter, right? Rather hoping not to see a highlight, if we're being honest. Barnett lifts it forward. Hopper volleys it back the other way. Gillingwater Pedersen, new favourite name. Brooks buries it, ends the game 2-0. And Gillingwater Pedersen is my new favourite name. You know his first name is going to be Tim, don't you? What a name. Are you Gibraltarian and would you like to be if you're not? Gets it all wrong in the air. Brooks with plenty of time to finish it. Warwick might as well have been Warwick Davies for all the attempts to save it. That was Gillingwater Pedersen. Get over here right now. I need to know everything I can about you, please. Philip. Oh, it's perfect. It's a shame he's 32, isn't it? Philip Gillingwater Pedersen at your service. Bless him. What a fantastic name. Oh, I'd be signing checks for the rest of my life with that name. Warwick to take goal kick. We're into injury time. Hawkins wins it, flicks it down to Brooks in front of... Oh, Gillingwater Pedersen's going for a walk. Referee starts writing his name. G-I... Sorry, guys, a bit more on time. L-L-I... It's just a warning this time. I can't write all that out. It's just a warning this time. Anyway, that was a solid 2-0 win over our rivals. It puts us 15 points safely inside the European qualification spot. Exactly what we need. I think I need to double check that 4th, whether it's 4th or 5th, that is based on the cup results. Schedule. Wrong button. Competitions. Gibraltarian National League. Rules. National League. 4th place gets it depending on the winner of the Rock Cup. I mean, the winner of the Rock Cup is going to be Europa. If it's not, someone needs to have a long conversation. They don't even come in it yet, do they? Quarterfinals, there you go. Europa's still in it. Lincoln is still in it. One of those two is going to win it. So, yeah, it'll be fine. That's basically the takeout of this. It'll be fine. I don't think we'll fall to 4th anyway. But even if we do, it should be fine. That's the wrong part of the league. I want the bit that shows me the league, please. There we go. We're 15 points ahead of Man 62. We're 10 points ahead of Montecalpe, and we're playing them next. Realistically, if we don't finish 3rd, we have absolutely balled it. We're going to come back for the last 2 of the season. Man 62 and Montecalpe, which sounds familiar, doesn't it? We're going to play those 2 again. We just played Man 62. Never mind. We'll still come back for those two. In fact, I might just come back for Montecalpe only and then do like a sum up of the season and the transfer thing and living in a cardboard box. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely weekend. No, wait, hang on. Yes. Yes. No. No, this is Monday's video. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Flick. And I will see y'all next time. Thank you ever so much for watching. Bye-bye.